Hi and welcome to the VA Passport. This is a January 2012 session of the VA Passport, and this is the first session coming out of beta testing. For those of you who've been members for a long time now, we started this back in May 2011. We've been beta testing it for the whole of 2011, and this is the first flight deck broadcast where we're coming out of beta testing, and I'm hoping that I'm going to add some real value to these sessions now. For those of you who don't know, I've got the members of the VA Passport who wish to attend these sessions. They can come in, they can join the live sessions, ask me questions, or just hang out and see what we're doing. Or alternatively, they can pose questions to me on Facebook, or through the Facebook group, or through the forums, and then I'll answer them a little bit later on. So far we have a few people joining us. We may have a few more, but I'm going to head straight into this month's podcast for the flight deck. Okay, so I'm going to give it a little bit more structure this time. We have Q&A sessions, which I'm going to leave to the end, and I'm going to answer your questions and the questions from the forums that we've got. But first of all, I have to introduce you to something, this new look members area, which we've worked so hard on this last month. I'm really hoping for the members of this community that you're enjoying it. And that you like the new look and feel, because we really worked very, very hard on it. And not just that, not just the change in the look and the feel, but also the content. We've added a huge amount of content, and we have a huge amount of content that we're going to be like drip feeding out every month to keep you guys in the loop with what's going on in the online business world, to keep you in the loop with what's going on with virtual assistants, online service providing, and also to help you maintain and keep those skills going and up to date within your own business, because we all know that we can sometimes get a little bit stuck in a rut, especially with online service providing, but this is a constantly moving and changing industry. So in order to stay up to date, I'm working very, very hard to bring you a lot of fantastic content to keep that going. So first of all, I'm going to take you through the new members area. If you're a member of the VA Passport already, and you were a member before we did the relaunch in January this year, then you'll want to go back to the page in the menu which says board, because we've added a whole list and a whole new checklist of things that you need to do, including subscribing for updates, which we're going to be sending out via email, and all sorts of other things, because the amount of content that we're adding is quite a lot, and we want you to stay up to date. But we've also added a whole bunch of other things to keep social and interactive with you guys. So head over to the board button on the menu, the board word on the navigation menu, and you'll be able to go through the checklist again and basically get yourself up to speed with all the new and very exciting things happening in this members area. The next thing is arrivals. We've added a whole bunch of arrivals, videos, audios, PDFs, ebooks, and we're going to keep those rolling out. Visa, as many of you know, we've added a lot of the visa tutorials in tracks and tours, and also the trips which I do every month, which is the trip around Virtual Miss Friday, so you get to see something which is happening from my business. We've got over 250 questions for online service providing in the terminals. We've got the Jet Set now, which we had previously, but we've added a course so you can learn exactly what you need to do with that Jet Set pack that we give you every month free of charge as being a member. You will learn what to do with that, how to monetize that, how to bring profit in from these articles, and the different types of things that you're able to do with them for your own service provider business. They're all service provider focused. Then obviously we have the flight deck, which is what we're doing now. So we're having fun here. We've got some people joining us in the chat room as well as I'm speaking. So welcome. And we've got the Syndicate. Now, for you guys who are in the VA Passport, the Syndicate is going to mean quite a lot to you. We've started dabbling in a few, I know a few people have sent through their RSS feeds, sent through their Twitter accounts, which is going very swimmingly, but there's all sorts of other options available to you, including the launch of the Paperless Entrepreneur magazine, which I'm very, very excited about. We're hoping to launch it, the first issue, in the first quarter of this year, and it's going to be for online entrepreneurs. It's going to be the digital magazine to read for the outsourcing world. So we really want to get you involved in this magazine. I've never edited or produced a magazine before, so it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a bit of a learning curve, but I think it's going to be a very, very exciting addition to the online business world. I think it's going to be a very exciting addition to the virtual assistant industry, and it's also going to mean quite a bit for you, for your exposure. There's opportunities for you to do interviews, submit content. So check out the Syndicate in detail so you can see how you can get involved with the Paperless Entrepreneur magazine. We've got the Club Lounge as usual, where now on the forums we're going to be doing weekly discussions. So basically I ask you guys a question, we can interact, we can banter around and see what we can find out about each other through those questions. So those are going out weekly now. And they will also be on the weekly newsletter that I send out from VA Live. And we've also got a map, because we've got so much content. There's literally hundreds of resources now in this members area for you guys, and it's going to be continuously growing at a rather rapid pace. So I wanted to put that map in to give you some sort of guideline or general idea to see what's inside the VA Passport. So that's a little intro to the new kind of members area for anybody who is already a member but is a little bit lost as to what's going on now. It's a lot of stuff, and I hope that you're really enjoying, using it and getting to know your way around. So that's an introduction to the new members area. Other things I want to tell you about while we're on this broadcast is that we have a new blog for the VA Passport. So basically this blog is going to be where we keep you updated, and you've got the opportunity to subscribe to the blog in the right hand sidebar, and basically when you do that you'll get notified every time we post a blog. But as part of the Syndicate, you also get to contribute to the blog. So you can go there and post your own content, any offers that you're doing in your business that you would like people to know about, any partnership opportunities that you want to be made public. You can actually post in there, and there's a few rules to that, but you will find those in the Syndicate, and you'll be able to check on those and learn how to submit your content. Very, very simple, and we are constantly working and growing the VA Passport now. We have social media strategies that we're going to be refining and then implementing over the next couple of months. So I'm really hoping that this members area, and with the amount of marketing and social media marketing that we're doing for it, and the interaction and publicity that I can bring for the members area, hopefully, fingers crossed, then it will have a great impact on the members of it. So I'm really hoping that this is going to be good for you guys. Just checking on the chat room here, I think a map is an excellent idea. I would need a sat nav too. A lot of content, but it's a very nice map. It's sort of broken down into chunks, so you can see the expeditions. We call them expeditions because it's exploring, and this is the online world. It's all good fun. Okay, so told you about the blog. That's the vapassport.tumblr.com. So it's a public blog. It's for the members, and the members are contributing, and it's also for the updates, but we hope eventually that blog will take off, God willing, and we'll get you guys a little bit of exposure through the blog if you would like to contribute. The second thing that I want to tell you about in social media is that we started a Twitter account, twitter.com/VA Passport, and you can feed your RSS feed directly into that Twitter account. It's in the Syndicate options, so just go to the Syndicate in the members area and send us your RSS feed, because we want to feed your blog posts through this system, and we want to get a real community feel going on, where we're all able to share each other's content and interact with each other, but particularly where I or the VA Passport is able to actually do that on your behalf. The reason that we're doing RSS feeds is because it's your blog. We can automate the process of feeding the content in, so it's fairly simple. And we have a Facebook page as well, facebook.com/The VA Passport, and that is also where your RSS feed is fed into. So we've got a page and we've got a Twitter account, and they're both being managed and they're both being maintained and updated. So what we would like you to do is go to the Syndicate, contribute as much as you can, whenever you can. A lot of it is just automated stuff. If you send us your Twitter ID, then that will feed into my own personal account at Virtual Miss Friday through a list that I have, a daily paper that goes out twice a day. So with almost 31,000 followers, you could gain quite a bit of exposure from the entrepreneurs that are on my Twitter account. So it's really a case of, I just want to help you guys out and help you try and, you know, build up your brands, build up your image, build up your client base, build up your following. This is what it's all about. Okay, so welcome to anybody new who has joined us here. There's now showing that there's quite a few people in the members area now on the chat, so I'm going to keep moving on. What I'm going to also notify you about in these flight decks is the monthly visa which goes out, because despite all the other content which I'll also tell you about, I always do a monthly visa, which is something that I do or is happening in my own business, or a tool or a system that I find particularly useful in my own business. This month I did a video on how to coordinate a newsletter service. Now with this, basically I work in Active Collab. You can go and check it out at activecollab.com, and that is my project management space which I use for client areas. So I've done a step-by-step kind of thing of how we interact with the client and how we set up this newsletter coordination service, where we're able to bring content in from the client, and everything is all organized and you get to notify people. So if you're interested in offering a newsletter service in any kind of project management system, it doesn't have to be Active Collab, it can be pretty much any project management system you can tailor this to, as long as it has sort of the basic things like discussions and, you know, pages where you can put static content on, then that video will be applicable and appropriate to what you're doing. So how to coordinate a newsletter service, it's over in the visa section now under the trips. Okay, and the second thing is, as always, we've published another Jet Set pack. This went out at the beginning of the month. So this month, for the entire month of January, you can get these 10 articles free of charge. And the Jet Set pack is online finance management product reviews. So basically, you'll be able to take those articles. We've done 10 product reviews of 10 financial systems online. So go ahead, check out the course in the Jet Set on how you can use those. But basically what you can do is go in now, you can download them, you can keep them on your computer, you can pull them out later, you can make an ebook, you can do whatever you want. There's loads of ideas that we put in that little miniature course that will help you learn how to use the Jet Set packs. So online finance management product reviews, if you're interested in those, you can go and download them now free of charge from the Jet Set. Okay, got somebody in the chat here, I think it's Martha. I got a hit from the marketing CEO of FreshBooks on one of those articles that I spun. See, our articles are getting the CEO of FreshBooks contacting our members. That's freaking amazing. I wish I'd published it now. God, that's really good. So I take it this is the guy, Martha, who asked you to do the comparison. That's really interesting. So the CEO of FreshBooks this month contacted one of our members from one of those PLR articles that we've put in our Jet Set. Isn't that fantastic? It's lead to UK leads. No, right. Okay, it's pretty cool. Okay, so moving on, more content that we've added this month in the month of January, along with all the additional content that we added in December, which is way too much. It was literally hundreds of posts that we put in, so I kind of left that for the map, and I'm going to introduce new content from now on. We've got a quit your job expedition. So basically you can go into arrivals. This is in the arrivals section. It's video, it's audio, and PDF. And you can take basically like a miniature coaching course on how to quit your job, the mindset, the things that you need to do, the things that you need to get your head around. And it basically coaches you through how to quit your job. So you can use this in your own business. I mean, obviously, if you're in this members area, you may be interested, or you may be working already as an online service provider or a virtual assistant. However, if you wanted to branch out into other things and you're still working a job, then that would be an excellent one to take a look at. Okay, so the Quit Your Job Expedition. Then another piece of content that we've got added this month is the FreshBooks tour, which is courtesy of Martha from marthassos.com. Thank you very much, Martha, for your videos. So basically, if you're interested in getting started with FreshBooks, you can log into the members area, you can go to Visa and Tour and check out the FreshBooks tour from Martha's SOS. So it basically guides you through expenses and setting up invoices. And it's funny because she did that those 4 videos on FreshBooks, and then the CEO of FreshBooks contacted her from one of the articles. So that was rather unusual. So check out the FreshBooks tour from Martha's SOS. And finally, also, we've added a trek through Facebook basics. So if you're looking to get started with Facebook and you need some video tutorials and a PDF download of that, then you can basically pick that up through the trek section of the site, which is basically the tutorials and the training section. And also as well, don't forget that this isn't just for your own business. You can use this for your clients as well. So if you're thinking of offering Facebook services in your VA business or your consulting business even, then you can go and check out the different videos which are in the track section to see if there's other skills that you would like to add or services that you would like to add to your practice. Okay, so basically that's it. Things that I'm doing this month, or things that I'm really excited about this month. I'm going to the Social Media Examiner Small Business Summit, which I'm really excited about because there's loads of very interesting people in social media going to be attending, and I'm hoping, if you look at the latest blog post from this week, it's now Thursday the 19th of January, but I posted a blog on Tuesday about the reasons why I'm going to this summit. And it's really so I can crank up my social media consulting services. I'm hoping to pick up a few neat tricks, and obviously I'm hoping to be able to share those with you as well, wherever I can. So that's going to be pretty cool. And if you're going to the socialmediaexaminer.com Small Business Summit 2012, I look forward to connecting with you in the LinkedIn group. And there's one other thing that I want to tell you about. I've been using a tool this month which is working out really well. I'm only dabbling in it at the moment, but I wanted to tell you guys about it. It's socialreport.com. So if you're offering social media services or social media consulting or even social media reporting, anything to do with social media in terms of being able to deliver results to your clients, such as return of investment on what they're doing, the campaigns that they're doing, or even just scheduling campaigns, it covers the whole of the social media sector. Basically, you can import Google Analytics into it as well. I'm finding it really excellent, a very, very excellent tool, and I'm hoping that I'm going to continue with it, and it's going to be quite an integral part of the consulting side of my business in terms of social media. So go check it out. It's socialreport.com. Right, that's that's all from me in terms of the updates for you. What I can do for you now is go through the questions in the forums. If anybody has a question in the chat room, please feel free to step forth and let me know about it. We have quite a few people now in the members site, which is nice. Okay. No questions at the moment, that's fine. I'm going to go through the forum questions now. Okay, so we have a question from Martha, who is in the chat with us at the moment. I would like to know about submityourarticle.com and clients. I currently use this for myself. My client would like to start submitting articles for her, however she doesn't want to purchase it. Although I could set up a pen name and resource box for them, but how would that work with the article directories that I've registered with within SYA? SYA automatically submits my article to eZine Articles and a few others. Is it just a case of unchecking those boxes when I submit their article? No. What you need to do is set up the pen name, and then every single pen name will have its own set of directories. So when you set the pen name up, it basically you click it on a drop down in the top right corner of the screen and submit your article, and then you'll go to that pen name, and then it will bring up like a new dashboard where you can go in and put the logins in for that particular pen name. So everything's separated, so you don't have to worry about it. So always make sure obviously you've got the right corresponding accounts for the right pen name, so that would be your client accounts, and you'll literally just be able to put those in under a separate pen name so they appear as different accounts. So no problem there. But one thing that you can do with eZine articles, which is a little tip I suppose, is that you can use the same eZine articles account if you want to use an eZine articles account with different pen names. So you can set the pen name up in eZine articles and use the same eZine articles login, but it's still your one account. So if you want a separate account for that client, you can set up a separate eZine articles account and just add that in. Bob's your uncle. That's it. I've got nothing else to say. Oh, for anybody who has a question, please post it in the chat room. But basically I did my Fridays Fortnightly newsletter. For anybody who knows me, my business, I do a fortnightly newsletter called Fridays Fortnightly for Virtual Miss Friday, and I did a really great offer on the VIP program for a year this year, and it was great. So anybody who's looking to do a VIP program, it's well worth it offering up in your newsletter, making sure that people are aware of it. And it was a good newsletter for me. So if you ever want to check that out, you can go over to my website, virtualmissfriday.co.uk, and in the red menu on the bottom it says newsletter, and it will bring up all the different newsletters that I have available, and just check out the last one about working with me as a VIP. So that was good. Okay, do we have any more questions in the chat that you guys would like to ask me, or anything that you want to say, any message for the outside world that you want me to relay? Regarding the competitor thing, should I do the comparison blog? The owner of the other company is calling me tomorrow to give me a demo of their product. If you feel comfortable, do you want us to write it? Because we did the first one for FreshBooks. It's up to you. I mean, it's worth considering. I'd probably ask if you wanted to do it. Absolutely, I don't see the problem. She says yes. Okay. Maybe we'll consider adding that as an article. But I haven't demoed the account. They're demoing it with you. So, oh, the receipt. Oh, right, Receipt Bank. They're not demoing the system with me. They're demoing it with you. So it's entirely up to you. But you can if you want. Do feel free. But it's kind of at your discretion. It's going to be some extra legwork for you. If you've got better things to be doing, you might not want to do a review post about somebody's product unless you feel like it. But do let me know what happens with that, because that's quite interesting. Okay guys, I think that's it. I think we're done here. I'm just going to do a final check on the Facebook group to see if we've got any questions from there. Thank you, Martha. I'll watch this space. And no, we don't. So I hope you guys have a great morning or evening wherever you are. And I look forward to seeing you and chatting with you on the next flight deck. And if you're not a member of the VA Passport and you would like to join us in these sessions every month, then you can go to the vapassport.com/join-tvap, and it's just $7 to sign up. And yeah, we have a blast. 7 days for $7. So go check it out, and I'll see you on the next flight deck.